All right, Rob. I've been saying for years, you know how much I've liked Dak Prescott. And you know I'm a big intangibles guy when it comes to quarterbacks. Why is Brady the GOAT? Why is Montana right there? Because of the intangibles. Obviously some physical talent too, but the intangibles separated them. I've seen that in Dak. I see it in Russell Wilson. There are others, but I've seen it in Dak and like that about him. The leadership, the character, the ability to get men to follow him, to galvanize the locker room, to get men to believe in themselves. But physically, I've thought of him as a game manager who could make plays, like a playmaking game manager. He can make plays, some big plays here and there with his arm or with his legs. But in essence, he's a game manager. And I've said he can grow. You know this, Rob. I've said over the last few years, he's en route. That was my big phrase. Dak, he's not elite yet, but he is en route to becoming elite. Rob Parker, I'm ready to say it. Dak Prescott is an elite quarterback. That's right. And last night he showed the world, and this isn't just based off one game, but still, last night he showed the world that he is an elite quarterback. And what that means, he can put you on his back and carry you to victories, even though they lost. And I'm sure that's what you're going to harp on. But Dak Prescott is that guy now where he can put you on his back and say, let's go, fellas, and carry you to a W. Quickly, I'm going to read off his numbers from last night. And then, Rob, the floor is yours. And I know you're going to shoot holes in what I'm saying, but I'm sticking by it. Dak Prescott against one of the best defenses in the league. 42 for 58. That's 72% completion. 403 yards. 3 touchdowns and a pick. Dak was balling, and now he's elite, says Chris Broussard.
As usual, you're the biggest prisoner of the moment on national sports talk radio. Chris is very quick to crown people off of a game in which Dak lost. Being elite is not just about putting up numbers. It's about winning as well. And this is where Dak doesn't measure up. And for you to even mention, well, I know they didn't win. Yeah, of course they didn't win because Dak put up big numbers. Whenever he puts up big numbers, they don't win. That's the problem. That's what makes you elite. And you just talked about it. Get on my shoulders. The Bucs turned the ball over. They have 4 takeaways. He threw for 400 yards and on the road and still got an L. Only the second time in 25 years. No, I'm just saying it's about winning. And since entering the NFL in 2016, Dak is now 13-20. That's a .393 winning percentage against teams that finished with a winning record, including 2-9 in the last 2 years entering Thursday night. He didn't beat anybody. He hasn't beaten anybody to be elevated to elite status. Chris, your argument would make sense if they won last night against the best defense a year ago, against Tom Brady, against the defending champs. If they took advantage of the takeaways and made the plays and did what they had to. He didn't put them on his shoulders and carry them anywhere. They lost. It's about winning. Don't get caught up in this stat-happy, stat-Pafford NFL.
That wasn't stat-Pafford.
You had your time. You had your time. I'm just talking about putting up stats and thinking like Fitzpatrick. He has better stats than Troy Aikman. That must mean he's better than Troy Aikman. No, it doesn't. Dak Prescott isn't better than Troy Aikman. I don't care what numbers he puts up. It's about winning and numbers. That's what makes Tom Brady a special player. That's what makes Aaron Rodgers, because they also win. You have to win along with the numbers. Just putting up numbers does not make you elite. Sorry.
I just heard you defend Tom Brady. Hold the phones, America. Rob Parker just credited Tom Brady.
Wow.
But no, look, Rob, is Deshaun Watson elite? Is Deshaun Watson elite?
Is he an elite quarterback?
Yeah.
I would say he's an elite quarterback. They've made the playoffs a number of times.
Twice with him.
Well, okay, but
How many has Dallas made it with Dak?
No. I don't know if I don't have it in front of me.
I'm telling you,
I don't
they
have it
both
in front
made
of me.
it twice.
But the difference I feel is when Dak has these big games that you're talking about, they don't win. That's what bothers me about the Dak elite status. Is Chris? I just read you the record. It's not a good record. When he
Deshaun
puts up
Watson
the numbers.
was 4 and
Let's
12
talk about
last
Dak.
year. He's
Let's
elite.
talk about Dak.
No, I'm holding your feet to the fire.
Explain Dak. I want to talk about Dak.
You can't have it both ways.
I want to talk about
you
Dak.
You can't say a guy
I don't
that
have his
doesn't win
numbers in
anymore
front of
than
me.
Dak is elite.
I don't have his numbers. I know what Dak is.
I'm giving you his numbers.
No,
Call up your
I'm
computer.
trying to tell
Look
you.
on
I know what
your T-Mobile phone.
I know what Dak is. Let's keep
Deshaun
it to
Watson
Dak.
has made the playoffs twice. Dak Prescott has made the playoffs twice. Deshaun Watson had his best year last year and was 4 and 12. So if it's all about just winning, he ain't elite either.
Dak Prescott has way more talent around him, and the Cowboys are loaded.
Oh,
Chris,
so now it's about team.
2 years ago,
so
no, it's about your teammates, and they were picked to go to the Super Bowl. That was just 2 years ago. Come on, man.
So
don't
it
act
was
like
Dak's
the
fault?
Texans and Dak are the same.
The Texans,
I'm just telling
you said it yourself. They made the playoffs 4 out of the last 6 years.
Chris, Dak went to Philadelphia against Carson Wentz with a chance to win the division.
Oh, gosh.
With the game on the line.
One
and guess
game?
what?
Really?
No, but it's a big game, and you know what?
I can point to big games
no
when plenty of guys
touchdowns.
fail.
He
That
threw
doesn't
no
mean you
touchdowns.
can't play the game.
He threw 0
It's one
touchdowns.
game.
Go back and look up that stat.
And then
He's
to
not
say
elite.
because they
Stop
didn't
it.
win last night, they were playing a better team. They were playing the defending
4
Super Bowl champions.
takeaways, Chris.
Well,
when you get
okay.
4 takeaways in the NFL, go get the number. You win at a 75% clip.
All right, let's examine, because
I
I watched the game. Let's examine the takeaways. I didn't just look at the box score. One takeaway was a Hail Mary at the end of the first half. Nothing you can do with that. The other takeaway was a fumble that Dallas recovered in its own end zone. So stop it with the silly looking at the box score and determining how they played.
What are you talking about? That means that Tampa Bay was going to score, and instead you stopped the whole touchdown. That's a game-changing play. What do you mean?
Yeah, and they
Dallas got it in the end
got
zone.
a field goal.
It's a
That
big
dude
play.
moved that team up and down the field. First game back after suffering a broken ankle.
They didn't win.
And
They
that's
had a
what you
chance
do?
to win. It's about winning.
Oh,
it's
about
always
winning
about
now.
winning.
But when Tom
Always.
Brady wins, you look at his numbers. What is it? Is it
Are
wins or
you
is it
talking
numbers?
about Dak Prescott or
Oh,
not?
yeah,
What's your
because you're not
conversation?
consistent. You're not objective.
Because you can't.
You're not objective.
Because
That's the
you can't
deal. I'm
defend-
objective.
You can't defend Dak on his own
I'm
merit.
defending him.
So you're
I'm just
fishing.
on your feet to the fire.
Stop
I'm not
fishing.
gonna
You're
let
all
you
over the place. Come on,
castigate
man.
one player for
Stop.
one thing and praise
Defend
another
Dak.
for the same
Talk
thing.
about Dak. You can't because
Be
they
objective,
lost.
Rob Parker.
And I
Remember,
gave you his record. He
Journalists-
doesn't beat any good teams.
All right, we'll see. Is Dak Prescott elite? What say you?
This reminds me of last year after game 1. Last year after game 1, we had a big argument because you tried to tell me that Patrick Mahomes was the clear favorite as MVP after week 1. And I tried to tell you
Was
that
he not after week 1?
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't
I
the
didn't
favorite
see
after
that
week
'cause
1?
I hadn't. No, because I didn't. It was after game 1. Nobody else
Right.
had played, and you had deemed him as the MVP. And I think he got 1 vote last year. So I'm
See,
not
what you're
gonna get
doing,
crazy
Rob, is projecting.
off of one game. No,
You're
not off of one
projecting.
game. Not off of
All right,
one
good.
game.
That's
I can't.
fine.
Nobody else has even played.
You don't want to make. I get it. I understand it. You are afraid to make, predictions about
I'm not afraid
players.
to make predictions.
No,
I'm
let me
just not-
finish. Let me
I'm
finish
not gonna
because
do that.
I get it. You got burned way back. 9 years ago? You said Tom Brady was done. 4 Super Bowls later. So I get it. Now you're
Chris,
hesitant.
you get
You're
burned
gun shy.
Every
You're
NBA
gun shy. So no,
playoffs,
that's
get
you.
burned.
But
You
don't
get
put
burned
your
every
fears
NBA
on me.
playoffs.
Don't project your
you go
fears
look at
on.
your NBA playoff record this past year. You
Let's
get
look at
burned
the
every
Super Bowl
series.
record.
Every series
What about the
you get
Super
burned.
Bowl record?
No, you're an NBA expert. I'm talking about the NBA.
I'm
I can
doing
go
just
over
as
your
well as
record.
you in the
get burnt
NBA.
every year. Please.
Did you?
Stop.
Who'd you pick this year? to win it?
Justin in
Who'd you
Virginia
pick? Oh,
Beach.
now you're going
You're
to call.
on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports
Run away,
Radio. What's
run
up,
away.
Justin?
Justin.
All right. Is he
Who's
there?
next?
All right, Kevin in Culver City. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, congratulations to the wonderful Joy Taylor. She is hairstyle glam. She's got the best, gorgeous braids. Look, I know you're the poo-poo king, Rob, but you are hating on this one. And I'm not even a Dak Prescott guy, but he is elite. He's shown that. He showed that in the game. The only thing he has to work on is his red zone efficiency. But, I mean, he was moving that team down the field, throwing touchdown after touchdown. He was making all the reads. Give the guy some credit. I know you don't want to give the guy oral support, but come on, Rob. Come on, put some respect on Dak's name. Come on, brother, man.
Bobby in Gainesville.
He's
You're on the
afraid.
Odd
He's
Couple,
gun
Fox
shy.
Sports Radio.
He was
What's
burned
up, Bobby?
9 years ago.
Hey, I'm
No
in
predictions.
Zanesville, buddy.
I gotta watch more.
Where you
I gotta
at?
Watch more.
I'm in Zanesville, Ohio.
I gotta see.
Zanesville, Ohio. What's happening?
Hey, how you guys doing?
What up, man? Ohio in the house. Yeah.
You know, Rob, I hardly ever agree with you, but Dak is not even close to Deshaun. You watched him last night. Dak played pretty good. Dak played really good.
Pretty
last
good.
Night. Yeah, he played really good last night. I'll give him that. But he's not even close to Deshaun. Deshaun is so good, and I wouldn't
Then
say
why were they
underrated.
4-12 last year?
That team is horrible, Chris.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't saying he's as good as Deshaun. I was saying the
Okay.
argument Rob Parker used was record. So if you use that argument, then it applies to Deshaun Watson too. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, and I know that's where I disagree with Rob sometimes. The records ain't really, usable most of the time. But if you go from someone like Greg Cosell and you just go off the tape, Deshaun is so far above Dak. But last night he surprised me. I could not believe he played that good. But we'll just see if he keeps it up. Now, if you
All
put
right.
Deshaun,
He
you
gotta
put
keep it
Deshaun
up
on that
for sure.
Miami team, it's going to be all bad for everybody. I can
All right,
guarantee
Bobby.
you that.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate
Good call,
it. Matt
Bobby.
in Maryland. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What up, Matt?
Hey, how you guys doing? Love you guys.
What's up,
Chris,
man?
Gonna have to disagree with you on this one. No way, no how is Dak Prescott elite. Is he great? Sure. Sometimes he has been, but other times I'm just hard pressed to justify this man as a top 10 QB. And I'm not.
He's
I'm
definitely
not
a
trying
top
to hate
10
on him.
QB. He is definitely a top 10 QB. No question. Call back during the season. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Matt.
What about
Hey,
20 No.
Go ahead, Matt.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What was your last point?
Yeah, my main thing is like, he's good. He can you can win with him. Definitely not saying you can't, but there's just certain deficiencies that show up regularly in situations that prevent him from gaining that win consistently against the NFL's best.
Okay.
All right. Well, we will
Appreciate
see.
it, Matt.